Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shelly. Here we talk about Shelly's thoughts over 60. Yep. So please subscribe so you don't miss my goings on. Today, my thought is about those people or that person who, no matter what's going on in their life, everything's your fault. Except the good stuff. The good stuff is because they're great people, right? For me, there is a couple of people in my life where everything that goes wrong in their life is on me. I don't care what it is. If it's raining, it's my fault, right? And I often look at those people, especially at this stage of my life. I ain't got no wherefore. Like, if you've been here before, this season of my life, your girl's looking for some peace, right? I just want some peace and quiet. But unfortunately, there are people in our lives that everything is just your fault, you know? And it's very frustrating. I had an incident actually. Somebody called me and said, "What did you tell so and so?" And I said, "What are you talking about? I didn't even talk to so and so." And then, they're just carrying on, yelling. And then the other person, I talked to them and they're like, "Well, you said this and that." I said, "No, I didn't. And even if I did, what's going on between you two don't have nothing to do with me, right?" And it's so frustrating. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch a cold or something. In any case, it's very frustrating when you have people in your life that just don't want to take accountability for their life, right? They just don't take accountability for the things they've done. And then when it all goes to crap, they just want to dump that on you. Well, at this stage of my life, I'm not here for that, right? I just don't want any of that anymore. I'm tired of that, right? We don't want those games anymore. I'm just in a phase, a period in my life where I just want peace and quiet, right? I want to relax. I want to enjoy what time I have left. Whether that's 1 year, 1 day, 10 years, 5 years, whatever time God sees fit, I want to enjoy that time peacefully. And it's very hard. How do you push back on the people? Right? What do you do with people like that just want to dump everything at your doorstep? They just want to dump it all in your lap. Um, well, I've been hitting that block button. I've been doing that block thing on my phone. It's working. And I need to do that because I'm at a point in my life where a lot of that, like, drama, man, I've been getting chest pain and I'm shaking and I just can't have any of all that anymore. And and they don't care. I mean, I don't okay, I don't want to say that they inherently don't care. Maybe deep down inside somewhere they care, but it's way easier for them to dump their crap on you than to take responsibility for it, right? And I've seen people who don't even know they're doing it, they do it. And I've just reached a point in my life where that block button is just becoming my best friend because I'm not here for that anymore. Um and listen, nobody's perfect. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I do that people aren't here for or they don't like it or whatever. That's okay. Feel free to block me. Feel free to hit that block button. Or if I make somebody, I don't want to make somebody feel the way a couple of people are giving it to me lately, right? I just don't want to feel that way anymore. And it's very frustrating. I had someone tell me, 95% of the time when we argue, it's your fault. What? What? That's insane to me. I just can't imagine saying that to someone. And if you really think that, then we're just about at the end of the road. We're done here, right? And because that leaves no room for talking, no room for any kind of negotiation or no room for anything. If you've just decided that I'm wrong 95% of the time, what you talking for? So, and I've just really reached an impasse with a couple of people in my life. They don't see what they're doing or saying is wrong. Um, and and there isn't anything that we can do about it, right? What do we hit that point? Like even a relationship, right? Your significant other, uh, no matter what you say to them, you're the problem. You're wrong, right? When you get to that point in the relationship, it's about done, right? You just about you hit that wall, it's over, right? I don't care. Some people, I don't care what you say or do, you just ain't gonna meet them, right? You're just not gonna be able to get past that. It's an impasse, right? And and sometimes it's healthier and better just walk away, right? I don't care if it's a friendship, a relationship, a romantic relationship, even coworkers, right? Or even a boss. You got a boss that's treating you some type of way, and no matter what you say or do, you're wrong, girl. No matter what you do, you can't fix that, right? So sometimes you have to walk away from those situations, and I've done that. I've had I had a boss. This is a true story, really quick. I had a boss years ago who said, "Oh, we're going to pay you salary X amount of dollars. Whether you work 30 hours or 50 hours, you're going to get paid this." Because, they didn't want to pay overtime. Okay. Well, I would work 45 hours. She paid me one set amount. But if I work 38 hours, she'd dock me 2 hours. I was like, that don't sound right to me. You can't be like, which is it? I'm either salary or hourly. You just can't up and change it. I had to report her and blah, 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 and I quit and everything. And, it's just funny to me that, you have, and she thought she was right. She just full on like, no, that's just the way it is. I had to call labor board. She just really thought she was in the right. And I've just come to a point in my life where I'm just done taking crap. I don't want it anymore. I don't have the energy. I don't have the juice to fight in me anymore. Um, I have the walk away in me, but I just don't have the fight in me anymore for that kind of, net, net, net. You tell someone what you think. They don't want to hear it. All they want to do is point fingers and blame. And somehow, what is the saying? You point one finger one way and there's five coming back at you. It's like accountability is a tough thing for some people. It's just a really tough thing for some people. And, sometimes we just got to cut those people loose. But yeah, it's frustrating. So I've had a really crappy day. So, anyway, what about you guys? Do you have someone in your life that no matter what you do or no matter what they do, that crap's on your lap? It's all your fault, right? Raining, your fault. It's snowing, it's your fault. But if they win $1 million, they did it because they great. So you don't get what is it? You don't get credit for the good stuff. They just want to dump the bad stuff. And I've got a couple people doing that to me, and I just ain't here for it no more. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have someone like that in your life that just kind of like, no matter what's going wrong or what's going on, that crap ends up in your lap, right? And our laps just can't take it anymore, right? Let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.